I don't think they want to hear a Holocaust story, but I'll tell it eventually. Thanks, by the way, for, what was it, blow-up doll joke? You can't get pregnant for anything called the Annihilator anyway, so you'll be fine too. So, I was born with this face. I don't like it either. I got acne when I was 10, and I had a french fry when I was 9, so I have this body too. So I'm playing life on hard mode, alright? Just really, it sucks. I'm also Jewish in the South. That's fun. It's great. I taught a Holocaust class when I was 13. I taught 7th graders what the Holocaust was. That's it. My mom's Jewish, but she grew up in New Jersey, which there's more of them there. And so here, there aren't. But she's what we call Satan's trifecta. She's a Jersey ginger Jew. And so she doesn't really fit in here. My father, he's from this area, and he's an asshole. He's one of those dads that wasn't around, mostly because he was being a rock star for a rock band. And it went so well that he paints trucks now. My stepdad, I have one of those. You could tell because I drive a car. My stepdad, he's a Southern Baptist, which is weirder than my real father. My real father is just a Wiccan, like a real one. And I know some people are like, what the fuck is that? A Wiccan is somebody who believes that wolves are magic and witches are real. And he believes that. And it's fun, because I get to fuck with him, because he still celebrates Christmas. And I don't. I celebrate Hanukkah and Christmas because of the Southern Baptist stepdad. It's written here. That's why I'm pointing at the table. But, my family has given me all kinds of reasons to no longer believe in marriage. Like my mom, she was married twice, stepdad, third wife, father, second wife, second family, you know how it goes. And so I don't really believe in marriage, just personally. I don't think it's gonna go well for me. Now that doesn't stop this girlfriend that I had. I dated her for 2.5 years, and then she proposed to me. Remember the face and body thing and how I should have appreciated it because she was out of my league. You ever date somebody out of your league? You ever marry that person? I didn't. Huge mistake. Because the second girl I dated for over a year was in my league. Now here's the kicker though. She also proposed to me. She bought a ring for me and then drove 4 hours from Columbus, Georgia to the University of Alabama to stand in my dorm room and propose to me. To which I said, buddy, come on now. You know this isn't the way I do it. You know it because I told you because the last girl was hotter than you, and I said no to her.
God damn.
I mean, I'm not a dick, okay? I am. I'm for sure a dick. However, it's, okay, she almost got me arrested one time. Actually, both of them have almost gotten me arrested, but they're cops here. No, I'm gonna tell you a story. Are you ready? You ready?
Yes.
You ready? Hey, you ready? Yeah. It's called crowd work, motherfucker. Goddamn. Just say yes so that I can tell. I'm so proud of you. No. So, the first time I almost got arrested was with the hotter girl. We went to prom when I was 17 and she was 18. This was her last prom. It was my second prom. and it was going great so far. And she did the stereotypical prom thing of, let's leave now so we can fuck in the back of your Jeep. So I said, yeah. However, what she didn't know was that I had enough money for a hotel. And so, what would everybody else do when they have enough money for a hotel, but she wants to fuck in the back of your Jeep Grand Cherokee? You buy a lot of weed. You buy just an incomparable amount of marijuana. It was like a pillowcase and a half of marijuana. It was too much. So we went to this public park, as you do, at 3 a.m. And right as the fun part was happening, on my window, and it was a flashlight from a cop. There were 5 cop cars surrounding my car at 3 in the morning in this public park. And what had happened was a crackhead found the only payphone in town and called them. And so they thought that it was crackhead related issues. And so they came down only to see my ass, and then they made me stop. So I was upset, and so we got out of the car, and they said, "Son, is there any reason I should have to check your car?" And I said, "No." And he said, "What would I find if I did check your car?" And I said, "The rest of my tuxedo." And he laughed, and I got to leave. The second prom story, with the less hot girl. I needed help to get through that prom because I was having like flashbacks from the last prom. And so my friend Morgan came up to me and said, "Hey Mike, have you ever tried ecstasy?" And I said, "No, sounds great, let's do it." And so she came up to me and she gave me like this Pez-sized little Deadpool looking motherfucker. And I saved it for like a week. That week, we were electing people to be prom king. Now I know what you're thinking, Mike, you have that face and body, it didn't happen for you. Guess what, bitch? It happened, all right? I got nominated for prom king, and people kept coming up to me in the halls and be like, "Mike, I voted for you." And I was like, "Why?" There's a dude here who plays football, and he's gonna go to UGA, which actually happened, and like, he's so much better than me, and like, he can like run whenever he feels like it. He doesn't have to like prepare. He doesn't have acne. I've had this pimple since I was 12. It sucks. Why didn't you vote for him? And they're like, "'Cause you're funny." I'm like, "No, I'm not, please." But I got to prom, and around 9 o'clock, I'm like, "All right, it's go time." So I went to the bathroom, and I take this little motherfucker, and nothing happened for like an hour. And I was really upset, but I was like, maybe if I dance, this is it. This is all I did. Literally this. Maybe if I dance and drink a lot of water, it'll help. And they said, "We're gonna announce prom king soon." And I said, "Awesome." And they said, "And the winner is," right at that moment. At that very moment, I could taste her voice, and I could like hear the colors. You know what I mean? Like, red was really fucking offensive. Like, red should never be allowed to talk anymore. That's not political. It's not. It's just funny. And they said Mike Murphy, which is my name. And I was like, "No, come on. That's a lie. My name tasted like shit. It was not. Tasted straight up like shit." Anyway. So I'm on ecstasy, and I go up to the lady, and she puts like a crown on my head, like it was for realsies. And I was like, okay. And then they announced prom queen. Prom queen happened to be the date of the only other Jew in the school. Now, I'm not saying it was rigged, but they wanted it to happen. And my girlfriend was mad that I won prom king. And she was mad because fuck you. The girl who won was way hotter than her. Like, she was hotter than the previous girlfriend who I didn't need ecstasy for. You know what I mean? And so I'm now on ecstasy with a girl that hot, and we're slow dancing to Prince's Purple Rain because he just died. Which that's fucked up, right? He died and we're like, Purple Rain, why are we doing this, right? And I didn't want to, and she did apparently, because I don't know if it was the ecstasy or not, but I could have sworn I heard her say, I have a hotel room. And I'm like, you're dating my friend Dylan, literally the only other Jew. And she said, no, I'm not. I left him for my ex-boyfriend and then he pissed me off. And I said, then go back to Dylan. He's right there. He's not doing anything. Come on. She's like, no, you. And I'm like, ugh. So I introduced her to my girlfriend, which didn't go well because she realized that I had one, because she didn't think with that face and that body he doesn't have a girlfriend. But I'm funny, so I won prom king. And then I went to Del Taco after. I was still high as fuck, by the way. Still so very, very high as fuck. And I ordered a taco, as you do. And then I went home and me and my girlfriend watched the Batman trilogy, the Christopher Nolan ones, while I was high as fuck. And then the first one, it deals with fear. And so I'm high on ecstasy, and they have this nerve gas that makes you see your worst fears. So that's how I drive home at 3 in the morning, high on ecstasy. Thank you. I'm Mike.
Woo!